for the modern village in Israel. See Agur. Israel.Agur ben Jakeh was the compiler of the collection of Proverbs found in Proverbs chapter 30, which is sometimes known as the Book of Agur or Sayings of Agur. The initial text of the chapter runs as follows, and bears great similarity to Isaiah chapter 40 verses 12 to 14. This translation is not universally accepted as correct. See below. The words of Agur son of Jakeh, Massa, the speech of the man to Ithiel and Ucal, I am brutish, less than a man, I lack common sense, I have not learned wisdom, nor do I possess knowledge of the Holy One. Who has ascended heaven and come down? Who has gathered up the wind in the hollow of his hand? Who has wrapped the waters in his garment? Who has established all the extremities of the earth? What is his name or his son's name, if you know it? The text seems to say that he was a Massite, the gentile-ich termination not being indicated in the traditional writing Ha-Massa. This place has been identified by some Assyriologists with the land of Mash, a district between Judea and Babylonia, and the traces of nomadic or semi-nomadic life and thought found in Gen 31 and 32 give some support to the hypothesis. Heinrich Gratz, followed by Bickel and Cheney, conjectures that the original reading is. The true explanation is still uncertain. Alternate explanations of first verse. Scholars, including Purdue, have considered other meanings for Lithiel and Akal, observing that it is highly unlikely that the two Hebrew terms refer to personal names. Purdue points out that some better translations for Lithiel would be, I am weary, O God, or I am not God. Akal would complement it. How can I prevail? I am exhausted. The highly non-standard Hebrew and the lack of parallel language elsewhere makes it difficult to settle on a particular shade of meaning. Some have speculated that Agur is a foreign sage from the East, who is quoted here only to be later rebuked. Another explanation may be, this is the name of the author of the wise sayings provided in Prov. 30. Either this was a real person, or as some have suggested, it was a fanciful name for Solomon. Proverbs chapter 30 says that he was the son of Jakeh, which means to obey or obedient. Again, this is either a real person, or another symbolic name for Solomon. Status as prophet of Christianity. Ag's question, what is his name or his son's name, if you know it? In Prov. 30-4 was interpreted by several Christian authors as one of the allusions in Old Testament to the coming of the Christ, the Son of God. This viewpoint is also expressed in John Witherspoon's On the Purity of the Heart. See also, His Son's Name, by Dr. Henry M. Morris of the ICR. However, Rashi interpreted this verse and the preceding one as referring to Moses, namely the wisdom of the Torah that Moses knew and understood, and that no prophet had arisen since like Moses.